All right, where do we begin? Full-time family, walk with me. This might go for 30 minutes. This might go for an hour. This might go for 2 hours. I'm about to walk you guys through the dopest Sean O'Malley interview you will never get to see because of me. My fault. Rookie mistake. But I'm going to get into it. And to those of you that might be in here saying, oh, this kid's lying. I've never heard of him. I've never seen him. Who's he to be interviewing one of the dopest fucking UFC fighters, up and coming prospects, rookie of the motherfucking year contenders coming out? Who was this fucking chump to be interviewing Sean O'Malley? Or so he says. And I got one question for you fucking haters that's going to that's just going to shut that shit down before I walk you guys through this fucking dope-ass story. I got the comments shut off because I don't want to be disturbed for this video because I don't want to disturb my train of thought. So to you haters, first of all, that don't think this Sean O'Malley interview happened, I got a question. Would I know Sean O'Malley's dick was pierced if I didn't just do an interview with Sean O'Malley? Pause. Now you know it's official. And then, hey, I'm telling you, I just did the dopest interview and had that just, okay, I'm about to take this shit from awkward to walking y'all through the highlight of my fucking life. God, that's weird. How does it go from there? You're going to see, man. I'm telling you. All right, full-time family. A lot of you, especially if you have me on Snapchat, I'm going to start from last night. So, y'all, actually, I'm going to start from the fantasy fight. We did the fantasy fight. Terry Young, blah, 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 blah. He commented, said they was fucking, him and his boys were laughing at the fantasy fight, commented on the video. And I was like, yo, I don't know if this is the place to ask you or not, but how would I go about, like, getting an interview with you? I would love for you to be the first interview for the channel. He was like, email me. Emailed him. Boom. Couple correspondence, doodle-doo. We scheduled it, and it was supposed to happen today. The interview was going to happen today. We scheduled it for 5 o'clock Mountain Time. I said, yo, what time does that translate to motherfucking Central Standard Time? Because that's where I'm at. Boom. I was ready. We did it. Dope interview. It happened. But now I'm going to explain why you'll never see it. Because, so, y'all know that have been rocking with me for a while now. I started this channel off of a cell phone that's out of date. And I moved up to a laptop that's out of date. And, I got the GoFundMe and shit for the laptop or the quality fucking computer for the channel. Because, y'all been rocking with me. The channel's been super successful. Yada, yada, yada. So the GoFundMe was at $300, only halfway of the goal. And with the Sean O'Malley interview coming up, I was like, yo, I got to find a way to record a Skype call or record a fucking Google Hangout. I looked at all the fucking broadcasting studio software, all of that shit. And the laptop that I was using didn't fit the requirements. And I said, there's no fucking way I'm not doing this interview. It's just not in my mind. I don't give a fuck what's got to happen. I'm figuring something out. So what I did was I took the $300 from the GoFundMe that had been donated and $300 from my rent money, which is all good because I can take out a payday loan if necessary. It's not like, oh, now I'm about to be homeless. It's not like that. But I had my rent money put up, fucking the $500, however much I needed. $300 out of that went to Walmart last night, 12 o'clock, because the interview's today, and I realized I couldn't record. Got a motherfucking desktop. If you got me on Snapchat, you see me unbox that bitch. I had to set everything up, do. I was up till 7 in the morning, not only buying the laptop or the desktop, setting it up. Not only was I was up to like 7, 8 in the morning, setting it up, do. Super excited, super pumped, no problem. So I set it up, and I even had to buy a $40 motherfucking software to record my screen because now I got a computer that can handle that type of shit. So I had to buy a $40 software that would record it, or I bought it. And even though I realized afterward that's probably the wrong software because it just records your screen, whatever you're doing. So if I was, which I thought I was recording the Skype call, it was only going to record him on the big screen, which is cool. Ideally you want the side by side, but it was just going to be him with me in the little corner. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was, I'm stoked. This is my first professional interview, let alone about to be Sean O'Malley, who I'm a fucking huge fan of, by the way. I'm the captain of the Sean O'Malley bandwagon to this day, and he's well aware. But, so this is what happened. Motherfucking, I get the laptops, I get everything set up. I got the interview ready. I got the program set up, so as soon as it happens, I'm ready. all day, man. I'm ready thinking about the interview. I'm listening to his interviews, getting prepared for it. You know, got a little notepad up with some questions I want to ask and shit. And so it comes time and I hit record, right? Hold on, leading up to the interview, rock with me, y'all. This might take a while. I don't really give a fuck. You can tune in, tune out. But rock with me because I want to make sure this goes, because this is, like I'm saying, the highlight of my fucking life. This shit is dope. I'm like, bro, this is going to go for a while possibly. So leading up to the interview, we scheduled it, you know, okay, yeah, I don't want to get to the interview yet. The day of the interview, you know, I didn't wake up till about noon. I went to bed at like 7 or 8 in the morning. I woke up at like noon. So I wake up at noon. I'm listening to interviews. Of course, you know, trying to be ready because I don't want to get anxiety, nothing like that. My first time interviewing somebody, let alone a fucking professional fighter, let alone someone I'm a fan of, let alone fucking a celebrity, me being a random ass person that works a fucking full-time job. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm a fucking YouTuber at this point. So I was cool, confident like I am. I know I can do it. I'm gonna knock it out the park. I know what it is. Up until 1 hour before the interview. That's when I started getting like the fucking jitters, bro. I was like, damn, this is about this. Do I ask about this? Do the boom? What am I gonna say? How do I start? How do I do? Like, that's when it all started coming in, like 1 hour before the interview. And I was like, damn, I've been so confident before this. So I knew I could, like, listening to the interviews, I felt like I know the dude. Like, fucking, I'm confident as fuck, just, you know, ready to kill the interview until that 1 hour before I started getting the jitters, like anxiety and shit. Like, oh shit. I was like, damn, I don't want this to happen all the way up to the interview. So fucking, that shit wears off. It wears off. I was planning on doing a Google Hangout, but then he hit me up and said, yo, he said, you want to do Skype or FaceTime? It threw me off a little. I was Google Hangout. For one, I did the fucking recording software, just got the new computer, had to install what I needed to install. I ain't been able to make videos because I ain't got all the programs from the laptop to the computer yet, so all I can do is live stream right now. That's why I'm kind of doing this in a live stream and not in a video, because all I can do for the channel until I get the shit hooked up to the new computer is live stream. I got everything ready for the Google Hangout, and he says FaceTime or Skype. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to hit Skype up because I definitely got no motherfucking FaceTime. Well, I ain't even ever. But so I wasn't ready for FaceTime at all, but I was kind of prepared for Skype. I was looking into Skype before, so the screen, it didn't matter if it was Skype or Google Hangouts, lucky for me. So I could still just record the screen of the Skype, same deal. We get the Skype call up. First, I can't get the audio right. You don't hear me. I got to change the settings to where he can hear me. Boom, the motherfucking call starts. Yo, the call motherfucking start. Fuck the gin and juice. I got to take a shot on that one. The call started. O'Malley in the motherfucking view, in his motherfucking robe, looking with all the weed on it, black robe with the weed leaves, motherfucking Christmas tree in the background. Motherfucking, it's about to start the motherfucking interview, yo. I was the whole time like, I knew it was gonna happen, but I was still prepared for just, for my dream, for it to not happen. This is Sean O'Malley about to do an interview with. But the call started, so he's like, what up, motherfucking. We end up having like the dopest conversation, man. 27 minutes. Fucking let him know. I asked him a couple questions, which I still got the questions I asked up, so I'll tell y'all the answers. But like I asked him his favorite stoner movie and shit, Cheech and Chong movies. I asked him about being a vegan because Sean O'Malley's got opportunities outside of fighting. This dude is a dude that. One second, I gotta find my line. This is a dude that he's so young in this game, and I'm about to tell y'all a lot of I'm about to break it motherfucking down as the captain of the Sean O'Malley motherfucking bandwagon. So, are you riding Sean O'Malley's dick? Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm a fucking fan of the game. I ain't no journalist. I have never even seen a real MMA fighter in my fucking life, talked to one. I ain't got no connections. I ain't got none. I'm a fucking dude that started a YouTube channel because some other jackass shut his down like a clown. So I started my shit up, and it's been rocking for 6 months, going strong. And 6 months later, nigga, I'm interviewing one of my favorite fighters. So, you know what? Fuck out of here riding this day. I'm the captain of the Sean O'Malley bandwagon, riding till the wheels fall off. And when the wheels fall off, I'm motherfucking getting my gear and trying to put them bitches back on. Fuck you telling me. I don't give a fuck if we got to stop at Bellator. We got to stop at LFA. I don't give a fuck if we got to stop at the motherfucking weed lab. I'm riding. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, we do the interview. I asked him his favorite method of smoking weed and shit, you know, because I did my research. I knew the answers to a lot of these questions, but I was getting the answers for y'all. I wanted him to tell y'all. I listened to all of his interviews leading up. I seen his coach Tim Welch's vlogs before his fights. I motherfucking watched his last 3 fights. I seen that he predicted the results of his last 3 fights in a row. I'm on the bandwagon. You ain't got to convince me or tell me nothing. I'm trying to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him his favorite, you know, and that's another dope ass thing, bro. When we started the interview, he had like a piece in front of him. I asked him, I was like, you know, what is that, like a bong, you know, a vaporizer? Because I smoke blunts, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been on all the, you know, expensive ass grids and bongs and shit yet. I am trying to transition or whatever from the tobacco to the glass, but that takes time, yada, yada, yada. Now, move on. I asked him about the piece, bro. He got up and showed me a lot of his other pieces. Told me, I got this one, you know, I got this one. People be sending me, I got this one. So he showed me a tour of the motherfucking pieces that I got to see. And I don't get, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't, but it is what it is. He told me we could have re-recorded it right afterwards. I told him what happened. I was like, my fucking bad for wasting your time, dog. You know, it didn't record, rookie mistake. It was my first time. You know, he was aware of that. And this is how cool fucking Sean O'Malley is. This is how cool he is, bro. He was about to fucking re-record it. I went to the liquor store right afterward because I'm ready to hop on live and tell y'all what happened. I was gonna go to the liquor store, just hop on live because all I can do is live right now anyway. I can't do the video. So I got back, checked the phone. He was like, we can do it again. And I was like, damn, you know, that's crazy. I just fucking wasted this dude's time. We just had one of the dopest interviews ever. I'm thinking in my head, we're not going to be able to recapture the same fucking dope-ass interview. But either way, I know I'm a good interviewer. And he, you know, we're both comfortable. And we would have both been comfortable. So if we would have redid an interview, it would have been fine and it would have been dope. It wouldn't have been the first interview. But still, at the same time, who knows if the fucking recorder would have worked this time. So but it's just dope that he was willing to re-record the interview even after it didn't record the first time. So I'm telling you, it's crazy as fuck. And after this, I'll do another stream. And you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to get thrown off of this story. But after this, I'll go live again. And y'all can tell me about what's been going on in the news since I've been setting all this shit up. And I'll just tell y'all about that. We can do all that. We can even do a fucking Google Hangout. Y'all can hop on. We can do our Thug Thizzle tonight. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Let's get it. Tomorrow, back to the news. You know what I'm saying? So, back to the interview. I let him know I'm the captain of the Sean O'Malley bandwagon, and I'm going to tell you a couple of questions. And I wasn't trying to play him at all. But you know me. I'm a fucking comedian, low-key. So I told him, ain't 100% honest question, but I watched his last 3 fights in a row and progressing through. If you watch his last 3 fights from his first viral knockout versus David Nuzzo in LFA to his contender series fight versus Alfred Kashashashakan, I don't know that nigga's last name, but from that fight, either way, Sean O'Malley's hair's been growing, and y'all know me, I pro when my shit ain't cut. And so I know playing motherfucking sports, athletics, whenever you start sweating, that shit will get in your eyes and yada yada. So I asked him, I was like, do you plan on like at least, I didn't say this word taming it, but that's kind of what do you like plan on like keeping it at bay, just letting it grow all the way out, or going full, you know, or for going full slideshow Bob? And that was at the beginning of the interview, and he kind of looked like, didn't this nigga just like diss me? And I was just kind of like asking that, being funny, but like later as the interview went on, got more comfortable. He understood. I was just, being me. Nigga was laughing at my fantasy fights. He knows that slideshow Bob shit's funny, but it wasn't nothing like that. I just asked him because it's 100% a concern of mine. Whenever fighters got that long ass hair like that, bro, and when you get to sweating, it can get in your fucking eyes. And especially when you got a style like Sugar Shot O'Malley, where you got your hands down. If you got your hands down and your hair in your motherfucking eyes, nigga, when I'm rooting for you, I'm concerned. So that's a real question because, and he said that a lot of people love the hair. And that's a fact, of course it brings people to him, and that's cool. So my thing is just, keeping it at like that level. Don't let it just, go all the way, you know what I'm saying? So change the subject. That's just one of the questions we talked about. I asked him about when he got into fighting. I already knew this from former interview. I asked him when he got into fighting, and he was talking about, because I knew in MMA, he was pretty much a casual. Well, his dad was a fan when he was like 10, but he didn't really care. He was kind of like a casual fan. Like he looked at it, but he didn't really get it. You know how casual, it's like somebody today, if you're just finding out about MMA, you don't know the intricacies and technicalities. You don't know all the fucking details, but you like the flashiness, you like the knockouts, like that. So that's how he was in the beginning. Started training at about 15 years old, mainly boxing. Now he is where he is today. I asked him about motherfucking when did he start getting tatted up. Y'all know Sean O'Malley's got, tatted up and stuff. I asked him when he started getting tatted up. He said like when he was 18, and when he was 18, rebellious, parents didn't want him to, so he did, and that's when he just threw it in out of nowhere. I didn't expect it, that he also got his dick pierced. And pause. I didn't ask that. Oh, you got any piercings below the belt that you might want to share? Like, nigga, I'm not looking for no clickbait, nothing. I ain't heard that nowhere, bro. I've listened to the interviews, all of that, nigga. That came out of left field. I'm telling you, nigga said, yeah, I even got my dick pierced. My first, I think you said it was his first piercing. I was like, nigga, that's crazy. Like, yo, that's dope. Like, I said, like, that's dope. I didn't expect it. And then, I didn't want to hold him up for too long, even though he was down for it. We could have probably did an hour podcast type dope. Bro, we're going to do some dope ass shit in the future. And I'm just telling you, we ain't confirmed. I'm just telling you, my nigga. He even said at the end of it, if I come to Arizona, we're smoking. And I told y'all, whenever I first found out about Sean O'Malley, before he ever commented on a video, the way the channel's going, my goal is to smoke with Sean O'Malley or Snoop Dogg from the Contender Series by the end of 2018. All I got to do is get my travel affairs in order, and I might be motherfucking nigga. We might do a live podcast, bro. And, bro, it's going to be straight vibes. Even if we just did a Skype call, bro, it's going to be the dopest stuff you'll see. But, and I'm a small channel. I don't even want to play him like that. Like, I didn't even say, like, if you got some news to break it with me, because I'd rather him break it as a fan. I want him to break that shit with the MMA hours. Big possible to grow his shit. I'm not trying to be selfish with it, or even though I feel like, me and him are going to do some dope-ass stuff in the future. But by the time, all right, that motherfucker's out. By the time that he was clearly aware, that I was just a huge fan and a supporter by that time. Like, and I just wanted the best for him as a person. Like, I let him, and I'm going to read this to y'all. Like, it's just not even just reading it to y'all, but it's just something that I wrote down before the interview, that as a fan, as the captain of the Sean O'Malley bandwagon, someone that wants him to succeed, just some shit that I thought about. And Sean O'Malley bandwagon, Snoop Dogg, when Snoop Dogg was going crazy, O'Malley, they was drinking the gin and juice, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't even drank in a while, bro. But bro, you can ask the microwave bitch. One of my other boys, one of my main dudes was here. I was supposed to be the best man at his wedding. Some of y'all know about him. My mom even showed up randomly, dog. She don't even know nothing about MMA. She seen how excited I was. Like, she knew something's going on. Now she might be a believer. I told her, now it's time. Man, I ain't gonna get into that right now. Now, get off these motherfucking streets, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna get into that. Back to this motherfucking interview. Like, by the time Sean O'Malley was aware that I knew he knew I was a fan no ill intent. I would never throw a jab. I told him I don't even like the way people play him. Like some people are like, how about Snoop Dogg? You know, you're Snoop Dogg's protege. It's like this nigga is a cold fighter. His dude can be known for way more than his fucking Snoop Dogg interview. So I don't like when people play him like, you know, the Snoop Dogg guy. But I just explained to like my moms, my dad, people like that. They don't know shit about MMA. So they're not going to like, oh, this is a, you know, UFC fighter I just interviewed. But whenever I tell them this is the dude that, you know, I show them the clip where Snoop Dogg was going crazy, everybody, all of them know Snoop Dogg. I'm like, oh shit, that's a UFC fighter that Snoop Dogg went crazy about. You know, the president of the UFC went crazy about. Like, I'm explaining it to them why I'm so excited and shit. Like, now they actually understand it whenever you put it in context with Snoop Dogg. But I still don't like putting it in context of, like, this is Snoop Dogg's protege because I feel like that's playing Sean O'Malley a little bit. But I also explained that to him in the fucking interview that you'll never get to see. So this is what I had to say. I was because don't you hate you swallow weed? Some of y'all don't know about it, but a little bit of chunk of weed, you know. So Sean O'Malley predicted his LFA KO, right? Before a lot of us, even me, before we knew about Sean O'Malley, he predicted his LFA knockout, which got him the opportunity at the Contender Series. And he did an interview with, I believe his name is James Lynch, who does a lot of dope interviews. I believe he's with Odds Breakers. I don't want to get it wrong. But I was watching a lot of Sean O'Malley's interview with Sean O'Malley before the James Lynch fight, an interview with Sean O'Malley before the Terrion Weir fight. And so I, you know, shout out to James Lynch for them dope ass interviews. Now, no shots. It was not anywhere near as dope as the interview you were about to get with me and Sean O'Malley. His were more professional. You know, Sean O'Malley was, bro, we had a hell of a blast. It kind of was similar to like the Joey Diaz podcast, the type of vibe we had. And even I didn't even smoke to the very end because I told you I wanted to smoke Sean O'Malley. I waited till the end, did my thing, cool through the whole interview, dope interview. And at the very end, I was like, oh, by the way, and I had to spark up because, you know, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So at the very end, I did it. Bro, dope ass interview. So James Lynch, shout out to him for all the dope interviews. He's got interviews with people before you know him. You know what I'm saying? So he had an interview with Sean O'Malley before the LFA viral fucking knockout. So this dude is on his shit. But I'm on my shit. So what I let him know, like, you predicted, because I listened to the interview. You predicted the knockout, but you said you don't know if Bellator or the UFC was going to sign you for 5 years from now. You know, you just knew it was going to happen. And so now that you essentially got fast-tracked because you're at the UFC, a rising star in the UFC, 2 fights after that. You know, you were fine with 5 years. You know, you considered that ability. So now you're very young in the UFC, and you've got a fan base behind you and people, other UFC fighters. It might not even be out of jealousy, but you're going to be a marked man because they're going to be like, I feel like I can beat him, all of this stuff. People are going to be gunning for you. So, you know, since you essentially got, I want to see you grow and succeed as a person. Fuck this fighting shit. I don't care if you fight 4 times a year. With the opportunities you've been presented with, you can get as many fans from smoking a blunt with Nate Dogg. Ooh, rest in peace, Nate Diaz. You can get as many fans smoking a blunt with Nate Diaz on Snapchat as you could in a 3-round war with an unranked fighter. So take your time and in between your fights, because just from the last 3 fights, if I go show a casual fan, I don't give a fuck who you're a fan of. If you're a fan of John Jones, if you're a fan of Anderson Silva, if you're a fan of Conor McGregor, if you're a fan of Kobe Covington, if you're a fan of Chael Sonnen, if I show you Sean O'Malley predicting his last 3 fights and then the fucking fashion he took them in, he don't need no more fights in the UFC. He's got fans. So he's got the opportunity to grow his brand. Yeah, you're going to be a dope-ass MMA fighter, UFC fighter, but now you're in there with the killers. You're in there with the killers, and they all want to take your shine. They want to take your zero. They want to take your hype. So in between fights, make sure to take your time and grow your brand, grow your social media, network with other fighters. He talked about how dope the UFC Performance Institute is. When you're up there, you know, you go up there and train. Get some fucking pictures with Francis Ngannou. That's a dope ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Network. Other weed smoking fighters, other vegan fighters, and he elaborated on that. Percent vegan, you know, that they get a little. The vegan people, they get a little fucking anal about it. He didn't say the word anal, but he was just essentially saying, you know, if you say you're a vegan and you make one slip up, they're at your fucking neck. And so he's about 75% vegan, but he eats a lot of fish. And you know, you gotta respect that. You know, you know exactly what the fuck he's saying. You say you're a vegan and you eat one goddamn fish stick, and you're not a fucking real vegan. You fucking fake vegan. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I low key lost where I was at, but so I was saying, take your time. Oh yeah, network. I was saying network. You know what I'm saying? You can get as many fans from a fucking picture as you can from a war with an unranked fighter. So as a person rooting for your success, take your time to grow your brand. That's what I was saying. And after that, I had him shout out my fucking cousin that, you know, plays Xbox UFC, one of the best in the world. He did that for me. Boom, boom, end of the fucking interview. So now that's the fucking story. That's the end of the interview. He offered to come back and do it again after I explained what happened. I was like, bro, I'm fucking trash. It didn't record, rookie mistake. And he was like, hey, we can do it again right now if you want. And I was kind of, you know, it was like 20 minutes. I was 20 minutes late to that response, but he offered. And I was like, you know, I told him I was about to go live like a fucking fanboy because that's how I was feeling at the time. Like, I went crazy. Like, ask Microwave, ask my fucking boy, ask anybody that was present. Nigga, I was like, yo, I was showing everybody his fucking highlights, the video I made where he predicted his fights. I was going fucking crazy because that's the first UFC fighter I've ever interviewed, first professional fighter I've ever interviewed, and I just started doing this YouTube MMA shit. I was just a hardcore fan, a master of the custodial arts, go to work, vacuum a carpet, wax a floor, fucking clean an office, might fucking clean your bathroom, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was doing. Talking shit on the Xbox, playing the game. Fuck with me on Fortnite, by the way. Xbox 360, full-time MMA 360. Goddamn, where am I at, nigga? 20 fucking whatever. Xbox One, full-time MMA on there. I'll be on the Fortnite fucking shit up. Microwave be on there talking my shit. I might broadcast on there too. So if you have me added on there when I'm broadcasting, you'll be able to see when I go live. I ain't advertising that shit on the channel or nothing like that though, because I'm gonna wait till we grow before I try it. I don't want to rock the boat. So, but I do be on the Xbox sometimes in my spare time now that I got that bitch out the pawn shop. Fortnite shit is hardcore as fuck. Max Holloway be playing that Fortnite too. It's a cold ass game. So I might start broadcasting on there, and you know what I'm talking about? Especially now that I got this computer. But yo, that's the dopest Sean O'Malley interview that you're not gonna get to see, but we're gonna get shit done in the future. Got Sean O'Malley's motherfucking phone number. Y'all nigga, check me out. Check me out. I'm a motherfucking random ass person. Boom. Payday loans. Halfway, nigga, this is crazy. So y'all can say what you want. I ain't no fucking professional, nigga. I'm the first person in my family to drop out of college. I'm the first person in my family to go and drop out. So fuck you talking about. I'm real close. It wasn't because of my grades, nigga. I'm cold. I'm smart as fuck. But it is what it is. Sometimes shit happens. You got to get shit done. And hey, so that's why this shit is so dope to me. And I explained, that's one of the last things, that's why I said highlight of my life. Because I explained to Sean O'Malley in one of the interviews I listened to, he said that when he smoked with Snoop Dogg, you know, they asked him where it ranks in like lifetime achievements. And he said it was number 1 or number 2 because it's something he never imagined. And I told him, he's given me that opportunity because this is something I never imagined. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I was a dude that listened to the YouTube channels and the podcast fucking 9 months ago. I'm listening to every single podcast. I'm just a huge fan. Now I'm interviewing fucking Sugar Sean O'Malley, the captain of the Sean O'Malley fucking bandwagon. I'm fucking stoked. Highlight of my life. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck how you might have something going on in your life, so you wouldn't even give a fuck if you You know what I'm saying? I ain't never done nothing like this. So this shit is insane to me. The Full-Time Family, y'all made it happen, really, right? Because I wouldn't even be still doing this if the first time I had my own, 1 second. The first video that I made when I had my little shitty cell phone and I was motherfucking MMA Quick Hits 2. MMA Quick Hits 2. Only free MMA channel that fucking matters. Day one hitters on deck. You know what I'm saying? Still got the list. Even though we're the Full-Time Family now, I got the day one hitter list. And some of y'all might say, and I expected this, I wanted to say this at the beginning of the video. Oh, this is your karma for fucking going fucking crazy on MMA Quick Hits right before the interview. Like, yeah, you're fucking right. I want to tell you you're right. It is my karma that I got the fucking dopest interview ever with Sean O'Malley, whether you fucking see it or not. That I motherfucking came from a random ass person to motherfucking now got the Full-Time Family on deck. A whole MMA fights because I'm in a small town. There ain't just hella people that watch MMA around here. I ain't no fucking dude that goes into MMA gym, so I got a lot of friends with MMA that are fans. I'm a fucking random ass person, and now I'm a motherfucking actual MMA personality, and it's a fact. You know, I'm fine with just being a YouTuber. I don't want to be no fucking professional ass person. You see me smoke, you see me drinking, you see me cussing. It ain't that serious with me. The fact that I make $500 off of fucking YouTube a month now, just from what I'm doing, talking to my shit on MMA, nigga, that's all I needed. That's the dopest shit ever to me. So wherever we go, it don't matter if we stop at Sean O'Malley. Bro, we made it. As far as I'm concerned, we fucking made it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, so with that being said, what I'm about to do right now is shut this down. Then I'm going to open up a regular live stream with comments. But that's what happened. Thank y'all for listening. Whoever's still been here, some people jumping in, some people jumping out, some people are going to watch this later. Thank you, Sean O'Malley. If you happen to see this, bro, that was the dopest shit ever. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for offering to do it again. You know what bro, this dude had Dana White going crazy. This dude had Snoop Dogg going crazy. And he did an interview with me, laughs at my fucking fantasy fights, offered to do a re-interview when I fucked up. How can you not be a fan? And the people that want to see him lose, the Sean O'Malley haters, I tell you one thing. You come to this channel, you got problems. And I don't even think. But I'm going to talk. Anybody that wanted to do a Sean O'Malley debate, hey, that's the problem with the old fuck. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Fuck the other side. Fuck MMA Quick Hits. Unless he wants to come through, we can do something. I'm not an asshole. I'm just doing that for fun. But if that nigga hits me up like, hey, let's do a call. Let's do a call. Yeah. You know, if he hits me up, I'm coming back to YouTube. I don't like what you've been saying. How you remember, man? That nigga sounded weird last time. Got no problems. We can network. You know what it is? I'm just a fucking YouTuber, dude, doing my thug dizzle. Already had the highlight off of my fucking life off of this shit. So, I mean, I love keeping up the antics, the motherfucking fun. Fuck the other side. Fuck that fucking turd. Fuck every single patron except for the ones that rock with me. Y'all are cool. You know? But it is what it is. So I'm going to shut this down, y'all. Pop one off for y'all to join in. Thank y'all for tuning in, the people that have been listening. Thank y'all again for the people that will be listening. Thank you again to Sean O'Malley and the people that don't believe it. Sean O'Malley got his dick pierced. Pause. I'm out.